For the past 12 months, at least, I've been working with the wonderful people from the Lightning Ridge Historical Society on a new website for the Society and a repository of information on Lightning Ridge and opal mining history. We wanted to put together something that's dynamic and media rich and informative and representative of the breadth of knowledge and information that the Historical Society are the custodians of. This project has taken hundreds of hours by myself and researcher Lisa Carney and the Lightning Ridge Historical Society researchers and members and trustees who have contributed, including Barbara Moritz, Jenny Molyneux, George Mulder, Rhonda White, Warwick Schofield, Graham Anderson, and many others. Thank you for your support and help and trust and knowledge and research in getting this thing done. We've created this website to publish an encyclopedic archive of historical profiles and articles which will remain dynamic and living and will be constantly updated with new and expanded information as time goes by. We also created this website to allow the Society to make connections with people, descendants of the families of historic figures in Lightning Ridge history, other researchers and historians, and anyone who has something to contribute to the story of the opal fields. And now the exciting stuff. The website includes media, images, audio clips so you can hear the voices of some of our historic characters.
Charlie and I sunk a duffel there 47 feet and we bottomed on shin cracker, so I left it. We came back here.
There never was a great many on. This was the biggest rush of all, this 3 mile. 1500 here when the 3 mile broke out in 1908.
Photographs and drawings and artwork and maps. We've put together a pretty beautiful product to showcase the history of our community and our industry. Among the photographs on the website are some things that you've never seen before. We've made a huge effort to reach out to families and organisations and make the right connections to obtain photographs of some of the historical figures from early Lightning Ridge that we've never had photographs of before. Robert and Frances Moore, managers of Angledale Station. Robert was the first person with prospecting experience to find opal at Lightning Ridge all the way back in 1873. Mrs. Anne Ryan, who found traces of opal which she showed to Charlie Nettleton to spark the first steps in the establishment of the black opal industry. Joe Beckett, who operated the syndicate that employed Charlie Nettleton to dig one of the first mine shafts at Lightning Ridge. Jack Murray, who worked with Charlie after the syndicate fell apart to put together the parcel of opal that was sold to Ted Murphy at White Cliffs, which was the impetus for a bunch of opal miners and opal buyers to come across from White Cliffs, and the rest, as they say, is history. You'll also see the faces of some of the earliest opal miners, Mick Canfill and Bob Buckley, among others. We also have a whole bunch of profiles on women on the opal fields, including Anne Ryan and Frances Moore, who I mentioned earlier, but also including some of the earliest female opal miners, opal cutters, and opal buyers, as well as businesswomen and other resilient and formidable women from Lightning Ridge way back in the beginning. We also have profiles and articles about some of the people who've contributed to recording history at Lightning Ridge, from the government inspectors who wrote the first reports on the Wollongullah opal field, to the authors who have written about Lightning Ridge, from Albert Ramsey and Isidore Kosminski all the way to Gan Bruce and Len Cram. There are also articles on objects, businesses, events and locations, a timeline of Lightning Ridge history expanded out from the original timeline that was published over 20 years ago. The timeline now has some corrections and new additions and a couple of extra decades on it. We also have a listing of the most famous historic opal fields with detailed articles on each of them. There will be a lot more of these articles to come, and I mean, that's true of the entire website. It's a living and expanding document that will grow and change as time goes by and new information is found and new stories are told. All I ask of you is that you go and have a look around on the new website. There is a lot to see, and if you're interested in Lightning Ridge and opal mining history, I'm confident that you'll find some things that will interest you. If you have any feedback on the content or you would like to contribute family information, research corrections, or just general comments, there is a contact form on the website. We look forward to hearing from you. I would like to thank everyone who has contributed to build this website, especially Lisa and Barbara and the committee of the Society for being supportive of this project and helping to make it happen.